Hey guys, you're watching our first video. I don't know. Would this be
video
a vlog?
Edition, sure.
Okay, that we're doing together. We're gonna make a new YouTube channel to stick this up. I'm Roxanne.
I'm Nicole.
And we're together. We're in the
for the second time ever.
Yeah. We're in Florida at LeakyCon right now, and I know we still haven't. Oh, I don't know when this will get uploaded as opposed to
I'll take care of it.
Podcasting. No, but I'm saying I know we still haven't got a podcast up, at least as of when we're recording this for Comic-Con stuff. I was at the Big Bang Theory writers panel, and was that our door?
Just ignore them.
Okay.
And don't disturb on the door.
Then there was a writers panel with lots of writers, and one of the Big Bang Theory writers, I'm blanking on the name at the moment, was on that also.
Kaplan?
No.
Then I have no idea.
No. But it was the other Steve, not Milaro.
Holland.
Steve Holland, yeah. So I have audio from that, so we'll put something together with clips. But if you guys have been following online, they didn't really talk about new stuff for the upcoming season, so kind of decided it wasn't as time sensitive, and I also really didn't have any time between that and flying out for LeakyCon. But so we're doing this video thing. We have questions, some that Nicole came up with, some we got. Were they both from Fan Forum?
Yes.
Yeah. That people gave us. So, like, random things, like our opinions about the series. So we each have our answers, and we're going to try to guess what the other person said for the questions.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so the first question was, what made you more excited? Penny saying I love you, or Penny and Leonard getting engaged?
What do you think I said?
I think it was the I love you that you put down.
Ta-da! Penny saying
Yay!
Because once they said I love you, we kind of knew they were going to get engaged at some point. I mean, we were convinced they were going to get engaged, like, you know, by the time the Gothowitz Deviation aired, and that was maybe jumping the gun by a while because that was early season 3. But that was more of like a watershed moment. You know, them getting married, it wasn't the revelation. Penny's ready to commit. It was just, okay, this is where they're at now. And of course it was really exciting, but Penny saying I love you was something that had been built up and we waited for so long. So I'm going with that.
Yep.
So that's 1 point for you.
What did I say?
I have no idea. I think I'm going to go with the I love you too.
Yes.
Yes.
I just realized, I don't know.
No, it'll show up correctly.
Okay. I'm like looking at this on her screen and it's reversed for us. So hopefully you guys can see them good. So, okay,
All right.
One for each of us. And yeah, basically because it was built up forever and we were waiting forever. So that was very good when that happened. Okay, second question. If you were going to put on a season to marathon, what season are you most likely to watch?
What did I say?
What did I guess? I have notes for what my guesses were for Nicole. Okay.
I didn't think this through that much.
My guess is season 5.
Season 1.
Aww.
That's still probably my favorite season. And despite what Tumblr has told me, it's not because I hate Amy and Bernadette, because I think it's really obvious I don't. But it was just really fresh, and I like looking back and being like, look at you little babies, like, you guys are gonna bang, and you guys are gonna almost bang, and you're gonna get kissed by somebody, and then you're gonna kiss her, and you're actually not gonna be weird, and, you know, Leonard's awesome anyway, all the time. But, yeah, just, I tend to really like first seasons of everything, and, as much as I loved, that was actually, season 5 is probably the second most likely, but yeah, I just really enjoyed season 1.
Did I put
Season 2?
Yes.
Yes.
I will honestly, like, if I'm gonna marathon, I'm probably gonna start at the beginning and just go through the whole show, because, like I've talked about before, I rarely, like, pick a season out of random to just watch. But I don't know, as much as, like, I do love
I just
Bernadette.
realized people can see when I'm texting while we're doing this on video.
Yeah, I do love Bernadette and Amy. Like, I don't know, like, the first few seasons, like you said, it's, like, all fresh, and I don't know, for some reason, I tend to gravitate a little bit more towards those. And I feel like the second season, like, the first season, they're still working out a bit of the kinks, But the second season, like, every episode in there is golden. So, yeah, that's the one that I ended up with.
I think the first 2 seasons are the only seasons where I can't go through and be like, okay, their 1 week episode was this one. And I probably do have a clear least favorite from season 1, but I still don't think it was like, that was a weak point. But season 2 is just pretty solid all the way through.
Okay, so question 3. This question came from Christina, as well as the next 2 questions. But, so question 3, what is your favorite costume?
I'm so sorry you're not going to, this is the one that you're not going to get, but I'm just giggling about it all the time right now.
Okay, I'm guessing for you first.
Yeah.
My guess was Leonard's Einstein costume.
No. I said Howard as Peter Pan / Robin Hood.
Oh.
I think that's just a current thing. Like, I actually almost went with Proton as Obi-Wan.
That crossed my mind also,
yeah,
to
just
guess.
because Star Wars.
I was like, what are all the Star Wars costumes that have been on the show?
The other ones I thought about were the Leonard as Einstein and then Raj as Catwoman at the end of the Wheaton recurrence, just because, like, Kunal, like, they said Kunal felt, like, empowered, and, like, you know, Raj said that, but then they asked them at Comic-Con that summer, like, who enjoyed that the most, and, like, everyone just pointed at Kunal. But I don't know, I just think Howard looks kind of adorable in a sad way as Peter Pan and Robin Hood, and him just kind of, like, switching back and forth between who he was depending on who was talking. And I just watched Middle Earth Paradigm, the other day, and I just kind of looked at that and I was like, I just love that. But for not really, like, it's not an obvious one you'd think for me, like, you'd think, oh, either a real-life intelligence or Star Wars reference, but definitely that one. Okay, I just realized I have to think of this answer for you. Okay, Emily's never dressed up. Otherwise, I would just go with that one. Green Lantern?
No, but that crossed my mind, because he's adorable as a Green Lantern. But I went with Howard and Bernadette as Smurfs.
Oh, yeah. If they were Minions, I would have gotten it.
Minions, yes. But just because that's some intense costume.
She's going to be washing paint out of her Smurf for a month.
That paint man.
There is someone a little blue. Come on, Howard. That's like the funniest thing I've ever said.
And Melissa's story from Paley Fest when she was showing off her business. Yeah, so I wasn't really sure what I was gonna have for my answer, and like the Green Lantern thing crossed my mind. I actually googled like Big Bang Theory costumes just to get like a rundown or like a reference, like what were all the ones.
The initial one I was gonna go with on top of my head was Proton, but then I was like, no, the Smurfs. That was really good. That was like good though. Yeah, like they were legit Smurfs.
Okay, question 4. Whatever. Next one. What is your favorite scene with all 7 main characters? What did I guess for you? Okay. I really don't know, but I'm going to guess when they sang Bernadette's song this past season.
Ta-da!
Yes!
I thought that was going to be the easy one. I was going to be like Roxanne if you get this wrong. All right, you?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing?
Yes.
Of course. That one's easy.
Because it's just so good.
It's so good. I know. I have it on my iPod. I should listen to it later.
We can listen and we can sing it together.
Oh, God.
Okay. So, yes, we love that scene. We've talked about it a lot.
I think everyone, when we read the question, knew what both of us were going to say.
I almost went with, actually, though, when they were all reading the potential letters from Howard's dad to him.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I had that as my answer first, and then I thought of the song. It's like, I think I'm going to have to switch to the song, but that would probably be, like, my second.
I didn't even think of that one. My second, I was thinking about doing the countdown reflection, because technically Howard was in that scene. It was just flashing back and forth. But then I was like, okay, I want one where they're technically all there.
Yeah.
So, Bernadette's song.
But the letters, man, I cried.
Oh, my God,
right?
me too.
Okay.
I was like, no. And then the next one, want it to be that one. No, that one.
Question number 5. Which hug initiated by Sheldon is your favorite? I'm going to say Sheldon hugging Leonard.
Sheldon to Leonard. There's only a couple Sheldon initiated hugs.
Yeah.
There's 2 initiated to Penny and then 1 to Leonard. I'm going to say the Leonard one for you.
Yes.
Okay. Right. That one's self-explanatory.
Knocking.
I feel like we've talked about why we like that one so much.
Yeah.
Very recently. Now you're texting. Oh, you're looking at your list.
Yes.
I was texting Katie.
Okay.
Okay, I was trying to have a social life.
Well, we're surrounded by
I know.
random people. Okay. Question 5? No. 6. There's 8 total. I can't count. Okay. These last 3 questions were from Katie. Which guest star is your favorite? My guess for you is Bill Nye.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like either Bill, and she's gonna go either Bill Nye or James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
And for my answer card, I kind of went a little overboard.
Bill.
Inertia is a property of matter. Bill. Yeah, Bill Nye. Perfect. It was like 40 seconds. It was the greatest single 40-second sustained period of my entire life. Mostly because most things aren't 40 seconds.
Don't we need to take the smoothie picture? You
We
want
do.
me to do that?
Yeah, we have to. Okay. I totally forgot about the smoothie picture. Yes, we have to. I'm so glad you reminded me. I would have gone home and been like, that was a missed opportunity. But yes, it's going to happen. Your favorite guest star? Laura Spencer?
Yes.
Okay.
I ended up going with Laura because it still makes me very, very happy that she was on Big Bang Theory. And Nicole was just telling me apparently the writers are like, maybe we'll bring her back. Like, is this just an article?
It might have. I don't remember if the article. I don't know. The article implied it said something like, "Oh, we may see Emily again next year," and I don't know if that was a quote or not because I was reading it on my phone. I may or may not have been at work.
Because at the end of last season, they were pretty like, yeah, we're going to be bringing her back, so.
I don't know, just something that I read, like a Comic-Con article, it kind of sounded like maybe that might be something we want to explore. And I'm like, don't Stephanie again.
No.
I mean, I'm totally fine that Stephanie just disappeared. Like, I did not need any more closure. But
don't make Emily disappear.
Especially for poor Raj.
Right?
Like, the vanishing love interest.
Like.
He gets dumped via text, and then she just, like, oh God, what's the Harry Potter word? Where they disappear.
Disapparate?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna make a reference and then I forgot the word.
Okay. And, I don't know, Yvette gave her
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
her
I
number.
don't really care all that much.
Well, I liked her, but then she was just gone, so.
Well, we know why that went wrong. He asked her if Yvette and Yvette, and she's just like, I actually don't want anything to do with you.
Okay, so, question 7. Favorite moment of the show so far? Wait, what did I have as my guess for you? Because I don't remember. This was hard. I'm gonna guess the I love you scene.
Okay, I'm totally contradicting myself here because for this one I said the engagement. But, like, that's more, like, context of the show. Like, I have an explanation. Like, Leonard and Penny, the I love you was big for Penny, big for their relationship. But, they were the couple that was set up in the pilot. So, like, them getting to the point where they're engaged, like, that would, I mean, to me, like, Monica and Chandler getting engaged. That wasn't my favorite Monica and Chandler moment, but I think that it was, like, the biggest moment or whatever in the context of the show. And so since it's put in context favorite moment of the show, I'm like, the Sheldon-initiated kiss, yes. But, I mean, obviously Penny and Leonard have been there since the pilot. Sheldon and Amy have been there since the end of season 3. So, Penny and Leonard, it's like, okay, they're set up in the pilot. They're finally engaged 7 years later. 6 years, I guess, but yeah. So in context of the show, that's my favorite moment. I was going to go Bernadette's song again.
That also, I think, might have crossed my mind.
Oh, okay. That was going to be my guess for you, so thanks for that. Unless that's a really good poker face. Yeah. So just because it's of the show and not specific to Leonard and Penny, that was, like, one of the biggest moments. So I'm like, yeah, big moments. Okay, so for you...
This was hard to decide.
I want to say the 100th episode in general, just because you were there and they got back together. But I know that's not a moment, because it's like a bunch of moments. Unless that is it, I'm gonna go with something in the 100th episode. Show me something totally different.
100th episode parallel.
I got half a point.
Half a
I'm
point.
counting that.
Yes, because just like the
clothes
and the hallway scene and like where they're standing and looking across and right.
Oh, I know.
The parallel. I'm such a big sucker for parallels, so yeah, it made me happy.
That's why I tried to get you watching The Mentalist by showing you Mentalist Castle parallel gift sets. I was like, she'll dig this. Alright, one more question.
Okay. Question 8. What is your biggest pet peeve from the show?
If you get this wrong, you don't listen when I talk.
All of the Mrs. Wolowitz jokes and her weight jokes and
fat jokes about Howard's mom. I won't elaborate. I've probably spent like 45 minutes on its own just talking about that. But yeah, fat jokes about Howard's mom. Hopefully the Stuart and Mrs. Wolowitz stuff next season. Maybe she'll say she feels sad about that. And then Stuart will go over and be like, Howard, it's not cool. And then they'll stop. Or someone could fanfic that if anyone wants to take that up. Or you could do it. I mean, you're due for your 2014 one, right?
Didn't I put
you
probably this year?
That doesn't mean you have a year pass.
I don't remember. Okay.
Yours. What was the question again? Oh, pet peeve.
Pet peeve.
All the ones I'm thinking for you are like fandom related pet peeves instead of show pet peeves. Oh god, I should have made notes like you did.
Like, what do you mean, like, fandom versus show?
Like, stuff that the fandom does that makes you mad.
Okay.
Like, everything's Leonard's fault.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing. Because, FYI, everyone decided to hide the frickin' North Pole data from Sheldon. He was not, like, bound and gagging Howard and Raj. Yes, it was his idea, but I think if we lived with Sheldon, we might do that too. They saved the original data. They tried to tell him before he published it. He just got ahead of himself. So that was not, Leonard's not damned to hell for that one episode. Rant over.
Nicole's rant for the episode.
I swore I wasn't going to do that, but I don't know. You always seem so happy. The Raiders minimization? I know that's wrong, but I honestly have no... And you were not happy with that one.
No.
Go ahead, just show, I don't know.
Leonard not knowing that Snape kills Dumbledore.
Snape kills Dumbledore? I just knew he died.
I swear I thought you knew that. No!
What is wrong with you? Friendship over.
I love that we have this recording. I swear I thought you knew. Okay, well...
I knew he died.
Well, the
God, from my friend, too.
That Dumbledore dies. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Just the fact that Dumbledore dies, period. Okay, no, because the thing... Snape kills Dumbledore, like, after the book was out, was, like, everywhere it felt like. And so just the fact alone that he dies,
you see
regardless
how good
of
I
who
am at
kills it.
avoiding spoilers. If it's something I'm not currently caring about, I notice even less.
But that Dumbledore dies. I'm so sorry. You probably would have found out at some point this weekend, though, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really care that much. I knew he died, so like the method of
the fact that Dumbledore dies, like Leonard, just the fact that they watched the movies before. This can be my rant.
Okay.
We know that he's watched at least some of the movies, and they have references. And with the group that he's surrounded by, he would not have managed to escape the fact that Dumbledore dies, so.
Yeah, just died at all. Like, yeah. I knew that, because, I think I've said on here, like, I got an email from a friend that just said Dumbledore is dead, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, don't you read Harry Potter? And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, well, Dumbledore is dead. He was a crazy old man and will be missed dearly. And I'm like, I'm really sorry for your loss. And she's like, you have to read Harry Potter because Dumbledore's dead. And I'm like, I thought you liked him. And she's like, you do, but it just means so much. And I'm like, okay.
I'm so sorry I spoiled you.
come on, we've ranted so often. How does he not know it's this many years later? But in my defense, I did know. Just didn't know Snape did it.
That's why I'm sorry!
I forgive you. It's okay.
So, yeah. How many did we...
How many? Okay. You got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, you got that one.
You got all but 2 right.
Wait, that... You guessed that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That. I think you got all but 2 also.
We tied!
Yay! We know each other equally well. Except I didn't know that you didn't know that. Spoiler.
And I didn't know that you didn't know I didn't know that.
No. We're gonna stop that there. So that was it for our questions.
It was something different. Because
Yeah.
it's the only time we're in the same place for, years.
Yeah.
So we had to do something visual.
So in 3 more years, maybe.
And if
2
at any
years
point you saw the
down.
mess behind us, that's not either of our crap. It's my roommate's. So, the stuff on the windowsill. We are completely neat in piles up there.
Oh, yes, perfectly neat.
Yeah.
No stacks whatsoever.
Nope. I don't have clothes hanging out of my backpack. Yeah, we're totally good. This is all Emily's crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's not up by the time this is uploaded, we will be getting up a Comic-Con podcast soon. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys there, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Bye.